As a church, we need to prepare for radical growth. That's the one thing they never train us for. And it comes from the early church. You see, in the early church, you had about 120 to 300 people who were praying for the Pentecost to come. And when they did, immediately they had the courage to preach in the marketplace. And it says in Acts chapter 2, verse 41, so those who welcomed the message were baptized, and that day about 3,000 persons were added. Now just do the maths. If there were 120 people, and suddenly there were 3,120, who was going to disciple? Who was going to teach? Who was going to care for those people? And there's strong evidence that the church continued to grow from there. So people who'd been in the church a week were considered veterans. My first posting post-ordination was to a place called Springs. It was a good church and a strong church. And I arrived there and it was doing really well. In fact, we were getting 30 new people a week. Yeah, 30 new people a week. The church was about 200 or 300 strong at the point. Now, it sounds like a wonderful thing. We just got all these people. And please, it wasn't because of my work. It was because of the work of the team before I arrived there. I just happened to arrive at the right moment. But what we'd failed to do was to prepare for radical growth. We didn't have new members ministries. We didn't have a Sunday school big enough. We didn't have a church big enough. And so we struggled. The church grew and it grew fast. But it was almost like people were coming in the front door while others were going out the back door. Churches, God wants to move. God wants to move in amazing ways. That church grew so well. But we had the challenges and it took us time to put things in place so that we had a proper evangelism strategy, a proper discipleship strategy, and opportunities for people to exercise their ministry. I want to thank the Lord for the 9 years I spent in that church, because I learned that if you don't prepare, then you're planning to fail. Now, when we look around, we don't see masses of people coming to our church, but remember, it is the Lord who inspired that. We need to prepare now, all of us, so that we can be ready for the Lord to bless. We need to have our plate ready and say, pour out that blessing upon us. If we do that, the blessing will come. God bless and have a great day.